今回は2021年に蒸留されたスコットランドのウイスキー、タリバーディンとストイ社を販売しております。で、今回実際にその樽を保管しているのが、このキングスバリー社の方に、英国にあるキングスバリー社になります。で、先日ですね、私どもがスプリングバンクの1991年というのを小口化して、販売したわけですけれども、その際にもですね、スプリングバンクの1991年の実際のその樽をライブで案内をしてくださったのが、このキングスバリー社のゴードン・ライトさんです。で、今回はまた彼の協力を仰ぎまして、タリバーディンとストイ社のテイスティングというのをゴードンさんと一緒にしたいと思います。Right, so first, Gordon, thank you very much for joining us, and we would like you to introduce yourself a little bit because some of the audience have not seen the previous slide. So could you introduce yourself a bit?
Hello, everybody. I'm Gordon Wright. I have been working with whiskey for over 30 years now. I have worked at my family's distillery, Springbank in Campbelltown, and was one of the founders of Bruichladdich Distillery on Islay.
Right, thank you very much. So you're now working at the Kingsbury, and what is your title and what you do for Kingsbury? Could you explain that a little bit?
Yes, I'm director of Kingsbury, and my position is to help source and buy whiskey for Kingsbury to bottle in the future. There's a lot of selection to be done. There's a lot of samples to be sampled, and that's mainly my position within the company.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you very much. And then now we would like to ask some questions about the distilleries, the two distilleries that we're introducing today, namely Tullibardine and Bunnahabhain. So yes, you have the liquid here. So that's the liquid from Tullibardine, is that correct?
This is the Tullibardine, yes.
So could you present a little bit about the distillery itself, where it is located, and any characteristics compared to other distilleries in Scotland?
Yeah, this is Tullibardine, which is a Highland whiskey. It's matured in the Highlands of Scotland in a very beautiful place. It was founded in 1949 and is an independent family-run distillery. It's one of the few distilleries in Scotland to do every process under the same roof, from distilling through to maturation and bottling as well.
Right, thank you very much. And now the other distillery, the Bunnahabhain, could you present the distillery as well? Gordon, I think we can see the really slight difference in color. Can you show us the two glasses to compare the color? Right. Maybe it's a bit difficult to see on the monitor, but the one you're holding in your right hand is the Tullibardine, is that correct?
Yes, Tullibardine and Stoisha.
Okay, thank you, Gordon. We would like you to taste the liquid and describe us the taste. So you're starting with the Tullibardine?
Start with the Tullibardine. As you can see, it's absolutely crystal clear. It has good legs on it, which means it is a nice, rich, velvety type of whiskey.
Right, thank you, Gordon. So how does it taste? Do you like?
Oh, the taste it's marvelous. You have pear, fruit, sweet barley. It's very floral, very grassy. It's a typical Highland whiskey. Marvelous.
So what you're tasting is obviously some whiskey just distilled a couple of months ago. But is it really possible to tell if this whiskey is going to be marvelous whiskey in years? Is that something you can tell from the you make?
Yes, I mean the signature of the whiskey is right there at the distillation, and if that signature is good, the character is good, then it will be a very good whiskey in years to come.
Right, thank you, Gordon. So well, let's move on to the other distillery, Bunnahabhain Stoisha.
Now this is pure Islay, very, very peaty. You have smoke, as I say. you have the sweetness to it. You have the smell of white pepper. It's salty, and it's got a lovely taste of ozone.
Right. So Gordon, thank you very much. So do you think both of these will become really good whiskey in years?
Oh yeah, I think it's basically a choice between something that is rich, smooth, floral, a typical Highland whiskey, and an Islay whiskey, which is peat, robust, strong.
Right. Gordon, thank you very much. And since you have worked for many years in the whiskey industry, how do you see the situation of the whiskey industry today?
Are we talking about the history of single malt whiskey in the last 30, 40 years?
Yes.
Well, when I started working for Springbank, single malt whiskey was not sold very widely around the world.
Right.
I started in 1990, and single malt whiskey was just starting to pick up in the United States, in Japan, and UK and Europe.
Right. Then in the 2000s?
Well, the interest in single malt continued to grow in the 2000s, and it spread further and further afield. And we now have a situation where China, mainland China, which for many years did not buy single malt at all, is a very fast emerging market. And what's happened is there have been more and more distilleries bottling many different types of their own whiskey.
And so we're now 2020, and what do you think of the whiskey industry now?
Well, it continues to grow and grow. People all around the world are becoming to know and love single malt whiskey, and it shows no sign of slowing down. It's only getting bigger. There are distilleries opening every year in Scotland and in other countries around the world.
Okay, Gordon, thank you very much. So lastly, could you send us a message, send a message to those who are interested in taking the two casks? I mean the distillery.
Yeah, it's a wonderful opportunity. We have two fantastic whiskies. I think they have both great potential for maturation, and you will enjoy them in years to come. And it's all done with the help of UniCask.
Right. Well, thank you very much, Gordon, for joining us today.
Thank you.